Hey there, it's a beautiful winter morning out in the Mojave Desert. I got the whole day free to wander about and explore old mines, desert artifacts, stone ruins, and who knows what. In fact, I think I can see a waste rock pile straight ahead there, so I might have to go check that out. I'm always on the lookout for desert gold. Let's go see what we can find. So I'm not going to bore you guys with a bunch of video of me just walking through the desert, but I'll turn the camera back on whenever I spot something cool to share. Okay, so here's something pretty cool. Stone building ruins. Looks like a two-room miner's cabin or mine office, bunkhouse, maybe storage, store. Who knows? I don't know, but it's darn cool. And that's the wall of the second room. Maybe this was a window. Okay, a few little clips of me wandering through the desert might get tossed in here. Well, there's a little hole in the ground. But this is pretty cool. That definitely looks like a hoist of some kind. Okay, some of you guys might recognize the area I'm at today. It's pretty well known and rather easy to get to. So if you think you have an idea of where I'm at, please leave a comment down below. And I'm going to pan up And give you guys even a better clue. How can one horsefly follow you for miles? There's sort of a trail that winds down the side of this hill, but I'm going to backtrack a little bit and take the old mining road. Looks a little easier. And believe it or not, this is the old mining road. It always amazes me how much work was put into building these roads. Most of them have stone retaining walls. Some of them are filled in with rock. There's an example of some of the work that went into building this road. Just a few months ago, this area would have been awesome, seeing all those Nolina in bloom and fresh. They're still pretty even when they're dried out. I always call these cactus Mickey Mouse cactus, but I don't think that's their scientific name. Okay, so this is where the trail crosses the wash, appropriately named Gold Dust Gulch. But before heading up to check out the mines that are up there on the ridge, I'm going to walk up the wash a little way, see if there's anything cool. Then I'm going to walk down the wash, because I think there might be some interesting things down there. A ton of rocks, big boulders. I think I'm going to head down the wash, see what I can find down there. That's looking back the way I just hiked. Pretty cool scenery. Okay, this is something pretty cool. Carved onto the shady side of this rock. Can't really make out the letters or words, but the date definitely appears to be 1908. That's pretty awesome. There's some more stacked rocks supporting the mining road that is right above that. Pretty awesome. Nice pinyon pine. Okay, now we're coming to some waste rock piles. There we go. An ore cart. What appears to be an ore cart. Missing its chassis, wheels, and the front gate. Lever's gone also. That's a pretty cool find. Well, it's definitely seen better days. Oh, it looks to be a hole in the ground. Portal. Let's go check that out. And that is an adit going into the rocks here, but you can see it's gated off. Although there is a fairly large gap that I'm sure people have fit through before. Maybe in my younger days, but not today. Okay, this looks interesting. Looks like a big vat up there and a piece of heavy equipment. Okay, there's sort of a trail going up there. What's the worst that could happen? Well, I made it up that. I'll probably be sliding down on the way back. But I made it to this thing, which I believe is a jaw crusher, which would have crushed the ore down into smaller pieces. Okay, well, I made it back down, and it may not look that steep on the camera, but I was pretty much sliding down on my butt the whole way, and I'm glad I was wearing an old pair of Levi's, which are pretty tough. But it was cool to see that old jaw crusher, and there's some big cement foundations, so they must have had some good-sized equipment up there as well. At least an engine to run the jaw crusher, and who knows what else. But we're going to head on down the wash a little farther, see what we can find. Looks like the remains of another cyanide container. Along with a frame of some kind. Must have been mounted to one of those cement foundations up higher on the hill and held something. And there's another piece of gating. I notice there is an adit up there, so maybe it's open. Maybe we can go inside. Let's go check it out. Right in front there's a huge poured concrete foundation with some big bolts. Dang, it's still got a gate on it. Well, it's unfortunate that that portal was gated, but most of them around here are. It's unlikely that I'll find one that isn't, but I'm going to head down the wash a little bit farther and then backtrack and go up to the really big mines. Well, as you can see, this wash just keeps going on and on. It'll eventually go past a couple other gold mines and some other interesting things, but that's for another trip. So I'm going to turn around right here, head on back up the wash, find that little dry waterfall right there. I think I see a piece of pipe over there. We'll check that out, and then I'll turn you guys back on once I get up to the spot where the trail crosses the wash. Yeah, just a quick edit. Not sure how I missed seeing this big piece of pipe. I sure wish people wouldn't graffiti stuff. And that's what I was looking for. A comfy chair to take a little rest and eat a cookie. Okay, we're back to the spot where the road crosses over the wash and start to head up the other side of the canyon. So let's head on up there. So apparently there are two roads going up the side of this hill. I'm on the lower one, and there are some stacked stone walls supporting the upper one. I'm going to take the lower one first. Maybe it's a loop that connects up at the top. Okay, what's going on here? And looks like it faces about another 20 feet in front of me. All right, get on out of here. And that looks like a pretty good-sized incline shaft. Not sure how far back it goes, but here's the waste rock pile in front of it. Pretty substantial. Well, I came across the second incline shaft, although from what I can tell it looks pretty vertical when I climb up on the grate and take a look down, but I'm not sure, but it's all gated off too. Right next to it is this big old contraption. I'm not sure what that is. If I had to guess, I would guess maybe an accumulator, but I truly have no idea. If you know what it is, please leave a comment below. It'd be awesome. Thank you. And here's a shot from above the second shaft that I've come to today. Looking down into the gully. And just above that second shaft is this contraption. This is pretty awesome. And let's see on the side. Chicago Pneumatic Tool Company. So my guess is maybe it's an air compressor. Same thing on this side. That is awesome. Check out those wheels. I'm standing on top of the biggest waste rock pile out here. That's just a ton of rock. And I'm guessing that it all came out of this portal over here. Wow, this one's got track. Ore cart track. Oh, what a tease. You get in the opening, come back a couple feet, and it's backgated. Dang. Well, there's a look at what we're missing. I bet that goes way back. Well, so there's a last look at what I'm going to call the trickster mine. Get your hopes up. Only dashed on the rocks in the floor. Well, all part of the day. So up above the Trickster, a couple gated shafts, a couple holes, and lots of waste rock. And there's another gated shaft. Over here, looks like one, two more to check out. All right, make that three. Ooh, this is cool. Haven't seen one of these before. That collapsed. Ooh. That's a big pipe. Maybe 2.5, 3 feet across in diameter. Oh. Okay, so I'm sitting down in front of this last one I got to, and across the way, I don't know if the GoPro will pick it up. It kind of sucks at long distance detail, but right about there's that first cyanide tank that I visited. And up here somewhere is that hoist. I'm going to take another look around here, see if there's anything else left to check out, and then probably head on back down the road. Well, it looks like there's a couple things to check out over there, but I'm afraid I do not have time today. I'll have to save that for another trip. And I think this is about the outer boundary for this group of mines. While walking back, I found this little baby prospect. They're so cute when they're little. So gold was discovered here back in 1894, and the mine operated roughly from 1895 on and off up until around 1961. The Bureau of Mines gives a total production of 3,845 ounces of gold. That's not too shabby. Supposedly there was once housing, office buildings, a stamp mill, cyanide tanks, machinery. 4 large vertical shafts, 5 incline shafts, and 10 adits. Unfortunately, like we've seen, most of the adits and shafts have been gated or filled in or dynamited shut. But still definitely a very cool place to visit, poke around. Alrighty then, folks. I think that's a wrap for this explore. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the scenery and the cool finds along the journey. I definitely had a great time. I'm going to leave you here with a final look at the workings, the waste rock piles, and the relics that are still here, and of course, Gold Dust Gulch down there. And I'm going to hike on back to my truck and go get something to eat. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe in your adventures, and I'll catch y'all on the next trip. I'm waiting for that crow to fly away. Or is that a raven?